You know, I've been asking all month for Chris to stop peeing in the pool, but it's not happening. And we're going to find ourselves in a real war game about it.
I love it. I love pissing in the pool.
It's a little yellow over here, Chris.
Listen, the chlorine is bad for you. The urine is good.
And yes, like every time we take a break from doing all these, doing so much of these episodes, we spend it in a house together,
that's right.
away from our wives.
That's right.
Yeah.
Enough of them.
Being real men for once.
Well, it's how we come up with all our great ideas.
We got to write the whole next season. I mean, God,
exactly.
Thousands of pages.
My fingers are really hurting from writing all that stuff. And it's great just to get together, be with the guys, piss with each other,
Piss in pools.
sit in a tepid pool of our own urine.
Piss pool, piss lake, piss trees. It's always good to get out here in the nature.
What? It's so hot this summer. It might as well be. Everything might as well be piss.
Covered in it. It's all covered in it.
Might as well be dealing with a nuclear winter of some kind. Like is what is avoided in WarGames.
Yes. I would kill for a nuclear winter right about now. And unfortunately, the start of the show, very brief moments, folks, got nuked.
That's right. Yes. There was a little bit of recording issue at the club in Denver where we did this show. So what you're going to hear here is the best they could do. But just know, not a ton. You're not missing a ton here.
No.
I believe it comes in. I'm like rambling about the director's filmography, and it's really probably about 80 seconds to 2 minutes.
I think, folks, all you really missed was a few comments about Rocky Mountain oysters and 9/11.
Yes.
Some of that material. And then we started the main show, and then the recording kicked in.
Early days of Eric's fear and phobia of both the testicle eating and people who testicle eat.
And just, we do
numbers.
To be clear,
numbers in general.
We record these a little early, but as of today in mid-July, the DEFCON level is level 3.
Okay.
So I don't know when you're listening to it, what the DEFCON level might be.
Sure.
Because I said so.
Well, the last change was February 20th, 2022. So I'm hoping we're still cruising at 3 then.
We'll see.
It would be pretty sweet. Although lower would also be nice.
Hey.
But,
dreams are nice.
remember when we were inundated with that like every day in the early aughts? Like now it's orange. Now it's red today.
Well, no, that's the threat level.
I understand. But that's the last time any of us had to think about levels in that way. Because we don't think about DEFCON levels in that way.
Well, now you got to look at the fucking air level, and I'm like, whatever. That's kind of what it's like.
The air quality level determines how long we will be out with the dog for any given period of time.
And that's about it.
But yeah, so this is our episode on WarGames that we recorded last November in Denver, Colorado. Great show, subpar recording situation.
Great audience, great people.
Yeah, exactly.
Fantastic room.
You know, some of these, like the Fatal Attraction episode from a couple weeks ago. I know we enjoy sharing these shows all the same. You know, if it's like this, you know, so like do with it what you will. Sure, but we need weeks off, folks.
I will posit to the folks there, if you want like real deal in studio episodes right now in August, the patreon.com/we8movies. We have thousands of hours of in studio yammering,
and we're dropping a big, probably my most looked forward to WLM of all time.
That's right. We should mention that. Let's say it.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie from 1990.
That's right.
I've been since we created this tier. I've been like, when could we get this? And now
it's out
with Mutant Mayhem coming out. This made perfect sense.
Yeah. So it's when we're recording this, that episode's not even recorded yet. But when you're listening to it, it's already available for you to download. Patreon.com/WeHateMovies, and it's not only Ninja Turtles WLM. It's a shit ton of WLMs and even some old WHM.
Right, like Bright was an early one. Forrest Gump. We have an episode of Forrest Gump. There you go.
What was that movie where Johnny Depp turns into a computer?
Transcendence. Yes,
yeah, that's another
terrible
fucking boner that's on there.
Really bad.
You know, obviously we have the Nexus, amazing Star Trek recap show where we're close to wrapping up that TOS. And this month, by the way, The Best of Both Worlds, a TNG special back-to-back episodes on TNG.
Exactly right. Picard being abducted and assimilated by the Borg to become Locutus. It is like, it's some of my favorite TNG of all time. So
you know what?
Back to back.
They got to send Jim Caviezel in there to get him.
That's true.
The guy is good.
True.
I mean, I know he was a baby at the time, but
Borg sound of freedom. Oh, I am Locutus of freedom.
Animation Damnation, more Turtles content. We're doing that. The mid-aughts one with Roseanne as Krang episode still TBD, but that'll be fun.
Shredder, I'm eating all the Chinese food.
it's just a mustache.
When she like grabs it all, she's laughing.
Oh, God, a Krang laugh. That's fucking horrifying. Anyway, gang, here you go. Enjoy our show on WarGames. And by the way, next week on this very feed, the finale of the VHS trailer game is happening.
Yes.
Big news.
I've got a good feeling about it.
No, you shouldn't.
You should not, dude. And neither should I. But that is next week. Until then, here's WarGames. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Check this out. Short Circuit, which makes total sense.
Yep.
Saturday Night Fever, big surprise.
Yes.
Stakeout. Bird on a Wire, where Tobo's like the bad guy. Drop Zone. Nick of Time. And the Frank Langella Dracula.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's the one where it's just like, what? Yeah, I played fucking Dracula one time.
Why are you mispronouncing his name? His name is John Badham. That is the name that's there.
Oh, and Christmas dinner spoils. It's
Yes, every
Badham.
year.
Yeah.
I mean, Badham.
It's weird that he started, he got the huge push from Saturday Night Fever because that movie is about a young man that loves to fuck. And this movie is about a young man that has no idea what fucking could be.
No.
He has no clue.
The ironic part is this guy is tripping over his own dick to not get laid.
Fair.
Every which way he can think to not get laid, he's doing it.
No, he's putting effort in, which is nice. You don't see a teenager do that often.
A 1983 Ali Sheedy grabs this kid literally like they're in that cramped computer room. She has her legs on the table and traps him between his legs. And he's like, I need to actually use the phone to dial the computer if you don't mind. I just
There are video games on the internet.
I'm sorry, your vagina is impeding my progress.
Yeah. Matthew Broderick in this movie would see Sharon Stone uncrossing her legs and, don't you try to distract me.
I'm trying to download the new Checkers game. Close it up.
This one's in almost color.
So we get this little cold open here. The cold open is kind of the best part of the movie. One, because Matthew Broderick is nowhere to be found. The character is not introduced. And you have John Spencer from The West Wing and a very young Elvis Aaron Presley-esque Michael Madsen.
And they are either driving through the town where Nick Nolte kills everybody in Affliction, or Blade Runner 2049, around where David Bautista's house is. This place is in the middle of the thickest fog I've ever seen in my life. Not even Silent Hill had this kind of fucking fog.
There's just a dead tree in the front yard, and Spencer's out there burying a baby under it. I can't believe it happened again. But yeah, this is where they're talking about weed, and it's just like, I really don't know, man. Your finger's on the button.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like we said, we're all partakers here. It's legal in your wonderful state. But you know what? And I don't believe in piss tests unless the fate of the fucking world is at stake.
Maybe.
One of these buttons got to order Domino's. Come on.
What's the button to get Uber Eats to come right to me? Where's the right away button?
Oh shit! Is that the don't launch alarm or the launch alarm? Oh fuck! It's stressing me out, dude.
Is Domino's still open? The only Domino's?
Yeah, I think that security guard was looking at me kind of weird.
Well, it's Art LaFleur. He's always looking at you cross-eyed. He's always just looking dead in the eyes for you.
Now, what's your favorite Art LaFleur performance? You've been talking about Art LaFleur all fucking day.
It's just the spice he brings to everything he does. Like, he doesn't hit... I mean, I always go with the Sandlot. He's a great Babe Ruth.
How about that?
Sure,
How about Zone Troopers?
Well, that was number 2.
Okay.
The trans
He played Babe Ruth in Zone Troopers?
No. He's an army guy, and there's an alien.
I mean,
wait a second though. Babe Ruth. Okay, it's a movie where Babe Ruth is chasing down an alien in the Bronx.
Well, yes, he points to the UFO and then hits a baseball and hits it.
Yeah,
takes it down.
That was definitely pitched at some point.
But they're, they settle in. They're talking about weed that they smoked all weekend, and they're bleary eyed, and they're just, they're kind of a nice. It's a kind of a weird, kind of cool short movie for a second there.
And the guy giving them the launch code sounds like Casey Kasem.
He does.
He's just like, this one goes out to Diego Lima from Herbo Yankee Foxtrot.
Oh, yeah. Oh, a little dedication to St. Petersburg, Russia. Total annihilation.
This next one goes out to a wedding in Libya. Look out below. That's what we do. That's what we do. All right. That's what we do.
Sorry to tell you, Pittsburgh, but you're the first one on the list. See you later.
That's what you get for putting French fries on everything. It's fucking gross. Enjoy total annihilation.
It's but this is one of the great thing about back in the 1980s. You could have because it was so before that everybody started here. So many stars actually start. Matthew Broderick, the whole 80s, that was all Matthew Broderick movies, started here. And you have Art LaFleur, John Spencer, and Michael Madsen just doing this opening. They're barely in it otherwise.
Yeah.
And you just get to have this for a minute, but because nobody knows who they are yet. But they were great now.
Yes. And he grabs John Spencer. The code comes in, the alarm comes in. Casey Kasem says everyone must die.
Yes.
And
you're all about to get fucked.
Here comes the red card.
And they're like, oh shit, here it comes. It's weird that it happened just as our shift started, but sure.
You know what that is, dude? You know what I think's going on there? Because when they go into this facility, right, there's two dudes, they're doing like a Sam and Ralph, how you doing? Enjoy work. These two other guys cannot get out of there faster. And I think it's a thing where the fucking button starts going off and they're like, checking the watch, oh shit, John Spencer and Michael Madsen are going to be here any second. Let's just get out of here.
That must actually be the only guy that's happy when they see the nuke coming over the horizon is thank God I'm not at work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Thank God that's not me. Oh, good. I'm not going to be the one that kills 20 million people.
Yeah. Them and Falken are the two that are really just happy to see it all go.
Well, but neither, John Spencer's not going to be happy about it because he doesn't want to pull the button. And Michael this is where it's this could be a really interesting movie, right? Because Michael Madsen pulls a gun on him and he's like, turn your key, sir. And I was like, this is a movie I would watch. Well, these two fuckers locked in a room. They're the only two. Casey Kasem's talking to him on the intercom, It's like that movie Moon.
Yeah.
I can't help wondering why Russia is in an ash of cinders right now. What is going on down there?
Can you still hear me out there? But it's unrealistic. If it was really going down like this, Michael Madsen be like, I will cut your ear off, sir. I will cut your ear off if you don't turn your key. I'm not going to use the gun. I'm going to cut your ear off.
And
are you going to bark all day, Siberia, or are you going to bite?
We would like to bite.
Little green bag playing while the fucking nukes just hit the fucking atmosphere.
But the movie immediately wipes out any sort of interesting tension it creates because it's this whole the gun is at this fucker's head and then it cuts to bam, WarGames and the dumbest rah-rah fanfare music's it's this tense we're gonna go to hell tonight. I'm gonna either blow your brains out or we're gonna nuke the world. Cut. Ba, 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 da, ba, da, ba, 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 ba. And a parade is starting somewhere.
Wow.
You didn't see the music by John Philip Sousa?
Honest to God, was this score free?
Maybe
it makes no sense.
It doesn't fit the tone of anything.
No.
Yeah, and it's just like we're looking at actual NORAD and the base is waking up or whatever, and we meet Dabney Coleman, who really wants to nuke the world. Doesn't he in this movie? Like, he is not happy that the world exists at the end of the film.
Well, because it's like, it's a thing, dude, right? He invented this thing, more or less, or he's the one running it
the
now.
Whopper.
Yeah, the Whopper, which thanks for making me think about Burger King for 2 straight hours.
Which is, by the way, run by a guy that looks exactly like Wimpy from Popeye, which totally fits.
Well, there are 3 of them, of course. There's the Whopper that they do. It's in Colorado. In New York, we have the Baconator that also stores. And then
Baconator, turn your key. Baconator, we are under attack. Baconator, turn your key.
And of course, down in Florida, we have the Big Mac.
Yes.
Which DeSantis has his finger on at all times these days.
There's a chicken fries backup system, I believe.
Oh, no, onion rings are offline. I repeat, onion rings are offline.
But yeah, so it's like this big meeting wherein, we learned that was a series of tests. We don't know at this point whether or not he blew his brains out. Because and later you see when they do this thing where they're going to remove the guys from the equation and they're going to put in the computer relay only. And you see John Spencer packing his crap up. But I'd rather just it's just them putting in this computer relay, scrubbing blood off the walls.
Oh, Jeff, can I get your squeegee? There's more brain over here I got to wipe up.
You think we'd get used to doing this by now.
Another murder-suicide. What are you going to do?
And instead, we're showing them taking out the chairs, which you could have really laughed.
Yeah.
Of course, you assume at some point someone's going to have to go up to that console and update it or something. I'm sure that man or woman would love a nice seat while they do so.
Oh, yeah. Under Reagan, we were definitely cutting costs to the military. That's what we were just making sure less things are there.
I got to sell these chairs to the Iran-Contras.
We're going to replace all of them with jelly beans.
It's this big meeting. We meet Dabney Coleman. We meet this great general. Barry Corbin is this actor.
Corbin is the, General 4-star.
He's just a big old Southern so-and-so, and he fucking rules in this movie.
He does.
I love because it's him. So you've got the guy who's barking like a big Southern dude. And then you've got some other just very uptight military dudes. But then there's one guy who, I don't know if this guy's working for the CIA or what's going on. But the actor was born, he's an Italian guy born in Harlem. And he's just got these fucking voices. What am I supposed to tell the fucking president? He's yelling at Dabney Coleman. What am I supposed to say? I got to get on the fucking phone to the president in 5 minutes, asshole.
Later on, we have James Tolkan. And you just have to know that they put out a casting call for hard asses.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
For Tolkan, for Corbin to be... By the way, Corbin is the guy who looks old enough to play Tommy Lee Jones's uncle at the end of No Country for Old Men. Yeah. He's the one who he really should say it in this one. You can't stop what's coming.
you cannot stop. You can't stop them nukes. That's what's coming.
Yes,
but it's also now. I also love how much smoking is happening in this pressurized tube. 300 feet below the ground.
Smoke them if you got them, dude. It's the end of the world.
No, it's Monday at work and we're in a meeting. Could you put your cigar out?
Yeah.
No, I'm going to trash psychology instead. Yeah, this head shrinker horse shit.
Yeah, I love that.
Oh, and then the other military guy is the dude from Ghostbusters who runs the hotel.
Yes.
Oh, that bill is obscene. I won't pay it.
Like I said, hard asses and pricks. Get them all in here.
That much for a nuclear warhead? No, I won't pay. Take it. Oh, we'll just put it back then.
And then we just kind of, we decide to take men out of the equation. Smash cut to Matthew Broderick playing Galaga at 4 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning, I guess, or what?
It's a nonsense thing that movies and television would have you to believe that anybody is doing anything before work or school.
Nope.
Including going over to a friend's apartment, like on the favorite show Friends, or fucking Jerry's apartment on Seinfeld.
No, it's 7 in the morning. I have work. Get the fuck out of my house, Joey. I don't care how your date went. I'll find out later.
It's one thing to be the person coming over, but it's another thing to be the person who's like, yeah, that's fine. Come to my house.
Yes.
How are they getting past the front door?
It's a 24-hour arcade, right? Why would there really be people there that early?
I maybe in this town, man, there's not a ton to do.
You guys like arcades, huh? Right?
They're like,
doesn't
what?
sound right. No, they were much more
Oh,
enthusiastic about the bull testicles.
It also serves, croissant witches and fucking coffee. So, everybody can get
Does it come
going.
with balls on it?
Maybe. Fried ball sandwiches.
Like a egg and cheese oyster there on a roll. Yep. Salt, pepper, hot sauce.
Extra oyster. Are those duds? Don't give me the dud ones. I want the full ones.
I want the studs, not the duds.
I'll pay extra. Don't worry about the $2. I got the $2.
Double stuffed.
Oh, another weird part of this arcade thing, and just another thing to add to this weird Matthew Broderick character. He's got there's a little disgusting shit boy that comes up. Like,
yes.
Oh, hey, Matthew Broderick, you playing Galaga? And he's like, oh, hey there, David, or like whatever his name is. Like,
No, his name is David.
Oh, well, maybe
hey
they're both
there,
David.
myself.
Yes.
Hey, Lucas. There, that works.
Maybe.
I mean, it's a thing where it's like, dude, you're fucking like 17 years old. This like 6-year-old kid is like on a first name basis with you at the arcade.
He's my protege. Oh yeah, I taught him everything he knows.
Yeah, he's alienated. He's not good at school. His best friends are 6-year-olds. Yeah, classic recruitment for the Soviet Union.
Now, what you're going to want to do whenever you see a woman is run. Run far away.
Yeah, totally. Wouldn't be able to score if a pair of tits fell in his face. Absolutely. Yep.
Not
everything he needs to know.
No.
He goes to school, and this is why I could never be a teacher because I'm far too sensitive. And because it's in the trailer because it's such a good bird.
Oh, it's a great fucking
And
bird.
the guy's like, oh, Mr. Lightman, fancy to see you here. Here's a big fat F. So the guy kind of, he's a shitty teacher. He's not a nice guy.
The performative, like, I'm going to draw out every failed student and make a scene. Fuck you. Retire.
Yeah.
You're not built for this anymore. You piece of shit.
I don't know.
Come on.
This guy gets my sympathy almost immediately, though. Because it's just like, he's working a fucking 40-hour week. You know what I mean? The pay isn't fantastic.
But on the other hand, down with homework.
And like, he's just trying to teach these kids who have no interest in asexual reproduction what it is. And he's like, hey, fuck face. you know who wants asexual reproduction, you piece of shit? Your wife.
Yeah.
It's brutal.
Come on, you want to give it to me, don't you?
Yeah.
Come on,
Yeah.
just come
Yeah.
on. You'd be giving me all the power in the world. Just do it.
You know what you can't do? I bet you want to hit me. I bet you want to
just
slap
try
this
it.
little face.
I bet your pig wife won't even fuck you.
What, is that out of line? I'm just a little kid having fun at school.
What are you gonna do? Send me to the principal's office where I'll get all the passwords.
Did you have another ruined weekend due to erectile dysfunction? But too bad, asshole. I'm in your class now.
You know what would really shut me up is a fist.
You're locked up in here with me.
And then cut to like this dude going home in like a shitbox Volkswagen beater, pulls into his fucking condo complex, opens the door, completely dark, no dog, no meal cooking, looks at a fucking frame photograph and goes, Mildred, it happened again today. Boy, I miss you, baby. This job's so hard.
Then he takes a hose to the garage and runs the fucking car.
Perpetually followed by a rain cloud.
And in his head, all he keeps hearing is, your wife. Your wife. And the laughter of children.
I'm coming, Mildred. That squeaky voice computer nerd took one step too far.
Because all he can say is go to the principal's office, which is whatever, man.
He's been there before. It seems like they're very familiar with him when he gets there.
Oh, yeah. It's a big, like, Zach Morris kind of like the principal's like, oh, you again. We'll do nothing about this. But yes, very important, Steve. While he's waiting for the principal, he steals the password to a computer.
Which their passwords are always, I guess they're just looking around the room. Pencil, chalk. What are other school things?
Calendar.
Wow. The password this week is hair. Can we at least get a digit in there, like pencil 15, possibly?
We weren't there yet, Steve. We weren't there yet.
The password
15.
this week. That's right. The password this week is widower, and the O is a 0, and the E is a 3. You fucking loser!
And you're not mad enough to hit me, are ya?
So he goes home to Ferris Bueller his grade.
Yes, of course.
Insane that this happens to
both.
him in 2 movies.
Well, Ali Sheedy comes up and she's like, because she was like laughing. That's why he got in trouble. She's like, hey, man, you want to take a ride on my dirt bike? He's like, do I? And he's just riding on the back there.
Fast! Too fast!
Oh, it's fine now. Never mind.
I'm sorry. There's a little wet spot there. Could you got a towel on you?
Oh, God.
I'm more used to the information superhighway.
But she goes up to his room and he's like, I've got something to show you. My computer.
First,
let me whip it out. And by it, I mean my enormous computer system.
Let me take out my 5.5-inch floppy disk.
No, you just look at it while I go to the bathroom. You just look at it.
this is
She's even like, oh, your parents aren't home. He's like, that's right. That means we can play the games that I like. Checkers until lunch and no one's going to say shit.
he unlocks his own door, which is like, that's just jerk off stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
I can't. This is like some real fantasy shit. Forget like a computer is going to nuke the world. If my father found out like I'm locking the bedroom door like this, forget it. Get it.
This is such a nice room for this kid, right? He's got a locking door. He's got his own bathroom.
Oh,
he's got his own phone line.
Little
And a
ensuite
supercomputer.
bathroom. Probably, it's 1983. This computer system's got to be at least $15,000.
Oh, easily. His own phone line. My God. I mean, they excuse this all away because he's like,
There's a ways to get around script issues, actually. No, actually paying for phone calls. Yes, that's an issue.
But he changes his grade. Then he's like, I'm going to give you an A. And she freaks out. She's afraid of it, blah, blah, blah. She runs home and he changes the grade anyway, which is kind of creepy.
mm-hmm.
It's just a little weird.
Pretty gross.
Mm-hmm.
I got
Now you're in crime with me.
Uh-oh, you're my accomplice.
Co-defendant.
Look, I just got to keep stringing her along until I figure out what sex is. And then she'll be in trouble.
At least he kind of has some awareness that there's a babe in his room.
Sure.
Because like when he goes in first, he's like picking up all the clothes. Like, oh God, let me get my cardboard socks off the floor.
Well, I'm surprised he knows anything with these parents. I mean, the mother
They're
seems
completely clueless. They wouldn't know what's going on.
Yeah, and I don't think they're going to give him any advice either because the mother is very busy. She's a real estate agent, it seems. But the father, I don't know what he does. What I can glean is
Asexual
that he eats,
reproduction.
he might, maybe. There might be eggs. This might be an egg child.
Speaking of dudes who are not getting laid, this fucking guy.
This guy,
Ew.
from what I can tell, sustains himself almost completely on butter. Because he's taking
God.
a huge glob of margarine or butter and putting it on a piece of fucking bread and then smearing it all over raw corn. And it's melting anyway. And he's just chomping it down,
Like,
just honking it down.
He's eating that bread after, right?
Oh, of course he is. That's what the asexual reproduction, and they sustain themselves completely on butter.
A portrait of despair worthy of Werner Herzog, for sure. Just really dark shit, man. But I think that this movie is also doing a little bit because the mom is so busy. We're doing like a little bit of 80s commentary at like, that's why this kid's up there on the computer. Because mom's not home making... I don't know why she didn't cook the corn. Did anyone understand that?
It's a health thing. Like it is a bullshit health thing where like if you don't cook it, there's more nutrients in it or whatever the fuck. Like, come on. I mean, come on. Just boil your corn, you fucking maniac. Like, what are you doing? And also, just to touch on this butter situation for a second, what kind of a time saver is this? You're adding more work because you're using the knife, which should just go knife, butter, to corn, to knife, butter, fucking piece of Wonder Bread for some reason.
You're missing the point. This adds another butter delivery system for him.
And it's also the hold. Like it's like a nice feel. You really grip that corn and you really go for it.
And somehow he didn't feel it was hot while he was doing that. He's surprised, of course.
Yeah. And yes, you're right though, Chris, because then you eat the bread afterwards too. So now that's more butter in your belly, baby.
Yeah. More of that.
More butter in your belly.
And then you get that corn strings in there too. Nice. So
nice
that
was
crunch.
the corn scene.
So all of that was approximately 15 seconds of the movie.
It really, really bugged me.
I thought it would come back later in the film, like they're going to have to use a buttered bread to fix the fucking computer.
Oh my God, I know what can fix this computer. Quick, Dad, give me a piece of bread. Slap, 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 slap.
You just open the garage and it's just shelves of Country Cook or County Cook all over. Huge tubs.
You're right, though. Actually, we should like totally clarify. It's not like stick butter. It's like fucking Country Crock tub of heart attack shit.
And if he actually ate that much butter, he'd be a huge tub.
I think I blacked out for a second. Are we still talking about butter?
We are.
I tried to end the corn scene, but we're going to keep it going for, I don't know, another like 15, 20 maybe.
Yeah. These good people paid a lot of money. No, but also at this scene, he's got this big catalog of computer stuff. Mm-hmm. And more is moving than in the Ali Sheedy scene. And when he's looking at it, he's like, oh my God, look at all these games. Solitaire. Blackjack, backgammon.
Holy shit, I can't wait to see their take on Minesweeper. I bet they do some crazy things with Minesweeper.
I better jeopardize my entire future and break 4 federal laws to play this game 3 months early.
Oh, I finally broke in. What is this? Snood. Oh my God.
Send snoods.
Ali Sheedy, listen, I got in the system. There is an Italian plumber you're about to meet. I know it sounds outrageous. Just listen to me. He's an Italian plumber. He's got a brother. And they jump upon turtles. It's incredible. It's going to change your fucking life.
His nemesis is a dinosaur.
Did I mention there's little mushroom guys too?
And get this, he has a brother who kind of looks like him, but is taller.
Maybe one day he'll ride a dinosaur too, Ali Sheedy.
So, like, basically, he gets into this whole thing because he's trying to basically torrent games before torrenting was really a thing. Yes. He wants to steal this company's new computer games that aren't out yet. Yeah. So he sets the computer off on a bunch of mumbo jumbo shit, like searching out phone lines. It's a bunch of computer technology I just don't understand.
To not do this for pornography, at least.
Yep.
For it all to be about games.
What would that be?
Damn.
But like in DOS pornography, I don't know, maybe if anyone's familiar with that. Well, if that's like, what is that? Then just like ASCII art or whatever?
Yeah, it's just ASCII, dude. And you get like the huge pair of knockers and whatnot.
Right, yeah, I think so. Big @ symbols for nipples.
Totally. Yeah. It takes 4 hours to download it through the phone.
The password is D == 8.
Well, Eric, you know that NORAD also controls the digital pornography archives that go back. They have them under the Whopper.
Wait, Eric, so are you saying, man, when you would draw like ASCII dicks, you would do like balls to head?
You know, I think I messed that up. Balls? Yeah, okay. You start with the balls, the Denver rule. Before dinner, obviously.
Sure.
Okay, so it's 8 equal, because it's bigger now.
Yes.
D.
It sure is, dude.
What do you call that wavy?
The tilde. You end with a tilde.
Yes. Tilde. Yeah, you squinting out at the end.
Yeah, couple sure.
Yeah.
My Eric is so creative. He does all this keyboard art. Wait, what?
Well, I also love the idea of like, it's an inclusive thing. It's like, you know what? We need to have tildes because there's so many Spanish language people speaking in this country. It's like, what if it was semen? What
if we put it in a chat room?
Yeah, because obviously you all know it shoots out like a snake.
Dios mio. And
I can't wait to see their new take on the snake game. But that one might not have been invented yet. I don't know.
The next day, Ali Sheedy's like, you know what? I changed my mind. Can can you change my grade? And he's like, why don't you come over my house and I'll show you more computer equipment.
I mean, he's trying here because he didn't just tell her. He's just like, no, you have to come over again.
But here's the thing, though. It's not because he's trying to pull a fast one. He really just wants to show her the new solitaire.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yes. And also how to dial a phone. A lot of dialing of the phone.
Not many people know this one.
They also he hacks into an Pan Am Airlines and books them a flight to Paris that they'll never take.
Where you going, David? Someplace exotic?
I'm doing this for my father, Tom Hanks.
You got nowhere else to call. And she's like really into it for a second, and then they do find one system they can't break into. So he's going to go to his other hacker buddies. Enter Scourge of the restaurant industry, Eddie Deason.
This fucking dude. If you don't know who that is, because why would you? He's the fucking super nerd in Greece who's like the assistant gym coach or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Listen, he's been terrorizing like IHOP waitresses in whatever town he lives in. Real fucking scumbag, by the way.
He's got a voice like a fire alarm.
Well, he's basically Screech before Screech, really, when you think about it.
That's true. Yeah, he's proto Screech. That's exactly right.
That's right.
Yeah, I wish that dude was dead too.
I might have.
Wait, we should say.
What are you, the entire cast of Saved by the Bell?
Don Rickles, you say?
No, it's just something I heard my old pal Mario Lopez tell me one time.
I see.
Yeah, so this guy's performance is like, what's that? Who's that? What's this? Oh, give me that.
Yes, exactly.
I might have turned this movie off for good in this scene, if not for the balance of Maury Chaykin, the great, who is young and beautiful in this, where you know him mostly from Canadian features after this.
Yes.
As a large man.
He's eating a lot of butter.
Yes.
And
we're never escaping the butter.
They learn a lot about computer stuff. And the first thing is this thing called Falken's Maze. It's a game that they could play, but they can't have the login. So they're trying to find the password. And of course, the password has to be one word, no digits or anything, all lowercase. I mean, Come on, folks.
And what better way to really get your exciting like computer, atomic bomb movie going than a montage with some sick ass library research?
Yeah.
Better get reading, kids.
This is the good stuff. And here, if you are doing something like Matthew Broderick, first, don't. But second of all, if you are researching the designer of your program to find out his super secret password, I would start with, does he have a dead son? Or does he have a dead wife? Or does he have a dead somebody in his life that was close to him? Because that might just be the fucking password.
Save you at least like 5-6 hours in the library.
The first right out the gate.
Get this movie going, I don't know.
Right there. I don't need the card catalog. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yes, the microfilm and stuff. Yeah, people love remembering dead people.
You made Matthew Broderick look at the Atlantic. You feel okay doing that, Badham?
He got to read a stimulating article written by Dr. Stephen Falken and McKittrick.
Yes.
McKittrick.
Who is
Dabney Coleman's
the great Dabney Coleman.
Yeah, Falken, I guess, is like kind of a mix between Stephen Hawking, who did not want to be in this movie, and
checks out.
And they said John Lennon, who they wrote this for.
Excuse me?
I'm not kidding you. They wrote this for
Could you imagine?
Nice.
Oh, man.
No, I didn't know it was him.
They wrote this for him, and they said he had interest before his untimely death. And I feel like that's just like someone's lying. You know what I mean? Like now, actually, the day after he dies, like, oh shit, we couldn't have cast John Lennon.
We're not
close.
doing War Games. We're not doing War Games.
Next to his body, they found the script, though. So there was interest.
Imagine all these missiles blowing us away.
Yeah, we can't put him in this movie.
Thank you.
I'm curious if like that. Maybe that's why that
Mark
happened.
David Chapman struck.
Yeah, it was just he knew that the other guy would be better for this part.
Yeah, because Mark David Chapman was reading Variety that morning, and it set him over the edge.
Oh, you know what would be great for this role? Not Beatles superstar John Lennon. How about this completely unknown British television actor? Excellent.
He's pretty good in it.
That's the thing. Mark David Chapman was right. He's totally great in the movie.
That was Thank you, Mark. That was Mark David Chapman's one phone call from jail. Was this actor? He's like, it's done.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you so much, Mark.
This is the career boost that I've needed, Mark.
When you get out, we'll watch dinosaur pictures together.
That's unfortunate. But he, whatever. So
he finds out all this stuff about Falken.
Yes, thank
you. Falken is presumed dead.
Oh, and he was super fucking old. 41.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wait. What is the Ali Sheedy line? Because it's fucking weird.
Oh,
what
it's something like...
They're looking at... He finds like a VHS tape of like Falken footage somewhere.
Yes.
The Falken footage.
The Falken tapes.
No, it's something like, oh, he's amazing looking.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then the obituary and stuff. And he doesn't look that old to be dead. And... And then Matthew Broderick, he was actually pretty old. He was 41. And then she's like, oh my God, that is old.
Yeah, he's 41, so that means he can't fuck his wife. I wish I could go up to him like, hey, you can't fuck your wife, asshole. You're 41. I'm going to live forever like a little piece of shit.
Your dead child was born in an egg.
I just don't, yeah. I don't know.
I mean, I guess it's to show that they're so naive. They're so young.
They're young. Yeah, they're young.
But like, it's cute if it's one of the little rascals saying that. Sure. These are 17-year-old teenagers. It's not cute. You just sound like you ate paint as a kid.
Yeah. This is when they find the password, which is Joshua, which is a word that is said 441 times in the script.
Oh, but by the way, I think by now we have seen Matthew Broderick's nipples in the film.
Oh, yeah.
They're just teeny tiny little itty bitty. We were talking, me and Steve were walking down the street the other day here in Denver, and I was talking about his little boy nipples. And a guy walked out of his store right when I said it, and his little boy nipples. And the look he gave us was unbelievable.
Quick correction. A man and his daughter left the store.
She's got them, daughter. She's got them. She knows what they are.
Sir, this is the Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah, but... And then he's walking away, and I was like, it was about Matthew Broderick.
That doesn't make it any better.
Sir, he was 21 when he filmed the movie. It's okay. I mean, they look like little boy nipples, but they're actually little boy nipples. I'm just saying.
No, not 30 Rock Matthew Broderick. I mean young Matthew Broderick. Those are the good nipples.
He's like 19. They look like board pieces from the game Sorry.
I don't know how Ali Sheedy controlled herself, frankly.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. They've got to be bigger now, right? Maybe.
I would imagine that they've increased with age.
Grew a
Probably.
little.
I've gone through some tough days.
Lord knows mine have.
You think he's getting his nipples done, dude?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe.
It's for the beach in the Hamptons. I can take my shirt off still.
I mean, that producer's money, maybe. You could get a nipple guy with the producer's money.
They nipple enhancements, or are you talking piercings?
I mean, you could go either way, really. I mean,
like maybe both, like giant nipples.
Yeah.
Because maybe he was insecure when he saw the film. And I wish I had bigger nipples.
Well, if you're going to get one nipple ring, you want to get three. Yeah. You don't want to just start. Maybe it's like a Pringle can. You're not just going to have one.
Maybe a chain connecting them. Yeah.
Wait, so I'm sorry. Were you just? I was having trouble following there for a second.
Yes.
You were saying that getting your nipples pierced is kind of like how you can't just have one Pringle.
Yes.
Like once you prick, you can't stop.
You got to keep doing it.
Got it.
Many rings. You can't just have one ring.
Speaking from experience?
Yeah, well, one's got the dumbbell. The other two do not.
Oh, sure.
The hanging from.
I was going to say, it's been a while since I've seen you with your shirt off.
Well, yeah.
I know you had work
done. The dumbbell is essential if you want to have one of the, like a real nice drooper.
Well, I mean, it's probably is the best place for me to launch my OnlyFans.
Hey, Steve.
Yeah.
Hey, would you rather we keep up this nip chat, or you want to go back to butter?
Back to butter.
Butter, dude.
How are we talking about the film WarGames, huh? Little movie, 1983 WarGames?
Look, the show description itself says it's a movie for a jumping off point for whatever happens.
Yeah. Okay. Also, not much happens in this. If we're going to be 100% here, other than thermonuclear war.
Chris, relax. Okay, the nipples are done. Joshua. We have entered Joshua, which is apparently.
Pardon me?
I logged on to Joshua. Apparently, that's also the name of the computer.
It's the name of the little boy, and because the movie kind of has you believe that the soul of his dead son is working at NORAD now.
Hey, you know what? Better movie, man.
Yes.
Better movie.
Father!
Haunted Computer? Oh, yeah. Matthew Broderick stars in Haunted Computer? Absolutely.
And then
that is right where you want to be.
Father, I still burn. I still burn.
Why is it so dark, but I can still hear everything you say?
I don't know where Mom is still.
Would you like to play a game and end my suffering?
Yeah, the turn of the movie should be once they get to Professor Falken, he's like, my God, he looks like my son. Let me put Joshua in his body, and then I could get like, I don't know, a priest hacker or something to like help, like an exorcism.
You just woke me up, dude. Priest hacker is the movie I want.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Think about that.
Get Max von Sydow back out for it. Yes, I am the priest hacker.
It's just, it's all these like priests doing whatever priest shit. Then there's this really cool one who's got like an earring and maybe red sunglasses.
Maybe his nipples are pierced.
Plus, they'd have to be.
See, the movie version sounds cool, but the real ones you could find on the police blotter. Because I'm sure there are priest hackers.
Yes, your son's soul is still in the vapor. We must get it out, Falken.
Yeah, you just like throw some holy water on the computer at a church.
C:/ the power of Christ compels you.
Yes, of course. It's important.
Like movie version, absolutely. Hacker priest, absolutely. IRL, keep all priests away from computers.
Probably.
Please.
Not a good idea.
Please.
Generally
Stick with the
speaking.
book, okay?
Yeah.
But so he gets in and they're like, hey, do you want to play chess? You want to be checkers? How about global thermonuclear war?
Ali Sheedy's like, maybe I don't want to fuck this guy anymore.
He went directly to it. He didn't even start with armed conflict.
First of all, Falken's Maze sounds like the coolest game ever, and we never see it.
Because it's the only game on that list where you may or may not encounter a wizard, and that sounds pretty fucking cool.
It is.
I don't have high enough clearance to get into the snood file.
Can I? Because it's the second time it's come up. Do we all remember Snood? Okay.
No,
Someone was
I
like,
don't.
yeah, what's
I
your
don't.
problem? Andrew, you idiot, I'm playing it right now.
So what exactly was Snood?
It was that thing with like the creepy faces and they were all different colors and then you launched.
Pac-Man?
No.
They
were
matched
like,
colors and then they disintegrated.
Sounds
I think.
great.
Yeah,
It's like a puzzle game.
yes.
Yeah, it's a little puzzle game.
With a little
sounds
bunch of
good.
faces.
We were all definitely high at college playing Snood.
Yes.
Don't worry about it.
Lots of that.
Yeah.
I don't remember college. Anyway.
No.
So he's like, I'm going to be the Soviet Union. Who should we nuke? And like, they're like giggling. And I mean, this is the depths of like 80s computer games because they're just typing the word Seattle and go,
Okay.
like that's
the
so
thing.
much fun. I wrote the word Seattle on a computer. I'm playing a game.
Why would you even? Okay. All right. Look, you are hacking into a computer system. You don't know what's going on. See you later. You don't know what's going on. It's this like nuke option. Okay, fine. Why would you put your hometown as one of the places to be destroyed?
Let me put the two most useless cities in America, Las Vegas and Seattle.
Why would those be targets? What's there?
I don't know.
My piece of shit biology teacher, that too. That limp dick fucker's gonna get nuked.
He's waiting for the day. He's waiting for the day he gets wiped out. He doesn't have to deal with what he is.
You're welcome, you fat fuck.
If I was doing it, I would enter, the best city, the most central city, Denver, Colorado.
Of course.
That's right.
I like we.
Yeah.
Well, because
There you
that's the secret military base underneath the airport, right?
Right. You guys got a dumb under there, right?
Yeah.
Deep underground military base. There's aliens under that facility.
Yeah. Dr. Strangelove is there just hanging out right now.
There's aliens under the Denver International Airport. Everyone knows that. And
Yeah, they are eating bull testicles and giving birth to all sorts of bull, man. I have the documentation right here.
Yep, yeah, I just got a report that the soul of Professor Falken's son is controlling our nuclear arsenal. Yep. Yeah,
The blue horse killed its maker, folks. The blue horse killed.
We are doing 4 hours on Ghost Boy that controls the nukes, and don't forget to buy my brain flex pills because obviously my brain is great.
Just like Matthew Broderick's teacher in that film, I am aggressively divorced.
yeah, these New York elites are just running around town talking about boy nipples. That's what's happening, folks. You vote Democrat, people will be walking up and down your street talking about boy nipples for a podcast.
You can't even come out of a store with your daughter without hearing some weirdo elite talking about boy nipples.
And yes, I'm going to be frank. The souls of my children are inside a computer since they testified against me. Ever since the day.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Time has fucked that guy. The U.S. government has fucked that guy. The legal system has fucked that guy.
His wife has not fucked that guy.
That has not happened.
Custody also fucked that guy.
Absolutely. But so, yeah, he starts this nuclear war, and like the whole thing is obviously the computer thinks it's real or whatever. And, ooh, what is real? And like this is a series, the rest of the movie, this keeps happening. NORAD keeps being like, holy shit, go to DEFCON 321 or whatever it's going to be. But they keep looking and nothing is happening. And they never be like, maybe let's just chill out with the DEFCONs for a bit. Let's do a system diagnostic before we go to DEFCON 2.
We should say the same thing to Kanye West.
That's what I was actually thinking. You think he was watching this movie a couple weeks ago?
Yeah.
Sure.
That's why he said he was going to go to bed.
Yeah.
And
this is how I'll bring down my empire.
And he forgot if 1 or 5 is the bad one for sure.
Just right in the middle.
Because every once in a while, somebody who works there goes up, is like just sleepy one day, looks up and is like, 5. Fuck! It's just like, forgets completely.
No, yeah, definitely in the bathroom at NORAD, it's like all employees must wash their hands, and 5 is the good one and 1 is the bad one. Like, you just want to remind people
everywhere,
all of the time.
Kitten posters. Have kitten posters with 5 is the good one.
I mean, it is incredible, though. There's one part where they're like, holy shit, all these missiles are coming right at us. And there's these 2 dudes in like jet fighters, and they're like, I don't know, General, I am looking dead ahead and I don't see shit. And this general is such an idiot. He's like, well, goddamn it, son, it must be a ghost missile. Then I don't know what's going on out there.
Son, have you not heard of the famous Russian tactic of painting missiles, the clear blue sky? Oh, clouds and blue sky.
Holy shit, we're under attack from Wonder Woman's country, Themyscira. They're invisible missiles.
I told you, folks, that is why if you let only women control a government, look what happens. Themyscira. We're going to have Themysciras all over the world.
We can't see their weapons, folks.
It's either that or the Soviets resurrected Rasputin. He's using magic.
Russia's most powerful wizard is back from the dead. That's right. We have confirmed reports Russia has mastered necromancy. That is correct.
Yes, that's right, President. We are pretty sure that Rasputin is back and sending invisible missiles to us.
He cast a spell.
My old foe Rasputin's back from the dead, mommy. We're going to fuck that guy.
We'll throw some jelly bellies at him.
Mommy, Rasputin's back.
But they realize that, it was just a simulation. This guy who looks exactly like Allen Ginsberg comes out and is like, no, it was a simulation. And they're like, well, how did this get started? It makes national news, which is something that would never happen. They would hush this up immediately.
Yeah. No.
And they're like, the world almost ended last night due to a computer hacker that we're looking for. And Matthew Broderick was like, oh, fuck.
Shit. And then, like, he calls Ali Sheedy, and he's, like, totally shitting his pants. And she's like, wait a second. Is this about changing my grade? So, yeah, the FBI gives a fuck about what you got in biology.
You did two things yesterday, Ali Sheedy. You changed your grade, agreed, but also hacked into the U.S. government. What do you think I'm freaking the fuck out about?
And you know that like half of the message of this thing is like, this is what video games do to you. This is what it's all going to lead to.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know
True.
that there was some poor kid who went home with his mother after seeing this movie. And she's like, you're going to start a war. You keep playing those Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah, you're
keep
out
playing
there.
your Tetris.
Yeah, because then before you know it, there's guys in the clouds throwing hammers at your mom.
Any day now.
It'll happen.
Yeah,
Any
you
day
think
now.
it's all bullshit, man, but my mother was killed when a huge spiky turtle shell fucking impaled her brain.
He was just Mario Karting to work one day.
You just think there's never going to come a day where a turtle in a wizard's costume in a cloud with a wand starts throwing magical spells at you.
You know, my mom was driving to work just like any other day, and she didn't know that she was in first place for a little while.
Yeah.
And then all this fucking blue shell came out of nowhere, man. This fucking blue shell.
That is how Joshua died.
Yeah.
It was Christmas Eve.
terrified. She was trying to get weapons, but she was in first place, so she got all these fucking coins and bananas. The next day, he goes to 7-Eleven and immediately gets fucking renditioned. I kind of wish there was a black bag situation.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what I mean?
Get a fucking sack over this kid's head, please. Come
Tag
on.
him and tag him.
Why are we half-assing this rendition? Let's go.
There's all these people in the parking lot just like, well, guess that's okay.
Nobody gives a shit. It's awesome. Nobody gives a shit. And I think it's because I think they know around the neighborhood, like, oh, fuck that computer nerd. Are you kidding me?
Got to get to the office.
You know, I wish someday the FBI would just come along and kidnap. Oh.
What?
Thank you, Jesus.
Yeah, the guy with the little nipples got pulled into a van by some men.
Well, they had sunglasses on. They must have been government agents, I think. I mean, they must have been.
I mean, the van was kind of beat up. It was a Chrysler.
You catch what's going on in the background here when he gets picked up?
I did
You
not.
see a little bit of this on-location shooting? There is a McDonald's that's like literally made out of a log cabin. I've never seen anything like it in my life. Just an honest to goodness, like fucking Lincoln logs, and then there's the golden arches on it.
That's the only McDonald's where you can get the pancakes all day.
He
Now
goes.
we're talking.
They grab this kid, they take him to NORAD, and as luck would have it, even though the day before they were seconds away from extinguishing all life from Earth, NORAD has some tours coming through. Just some tours.
Look, that's how NORAD keeps the lights on, Steve. You do the tours. It's $200 a pop, and then you're selling fucking T-shirts afterwards. All right. I almost got nuked at NORAD. Hey, actually, I totally wear that. Actually,
Absolutely.
I'm up here wearing a fucking Golden Girls sweatshirt. I would definitely wear that T-shirt.
I mean, and maybe this is the thing because people might be military. Does NORAD give tours? Does anyone know this? I don't
no,
think-
that's you go to the information center at TORAD.
Oh my God.
That's nice.
Eric jokes.
Yeah. That was a dumb one.
But yeah, so there's like a cute little joke where they have this lady push a button, like, oh, you made the nuke happen. It's like, welcome delegation from Birmingham, Alabama.
Okay.
And it's just
Okay.
like,
Okay. Maybe in like the history of the country, there's been like 2 or 3 esteemed delegations from Birmingham.
Yeah.
But like a tour group to a fucking bomb factory or whatever we're doing here. Come on.
so they pull this kid in. You don't actually see the first interrogation, but like now James Tolkan's there, and they're like, this kid. The one guy is like, it's a high school prank, but everybody else is like, he's a Soviet asset.
Yes. And then they get this guy to guard him who looks like and is dressed like Saddam Hussein. And I didn't even know we had Saddams in our military.
I
and
did
think
not.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it has to be clear. He's the only one dressed like this. There's
don't get it.
A huge security staff, of course. He's the only one that's got this hat.
Mustache,
He's the only one with the lapels.
beret. Yeah, the white gloves is unsettling.
Insane. Just
Are you directing traffic, sir?
He looks like M. Bison's top general. I don't understand
Yes, I was
it.
going to make a Street Fighter joke. Yes.
Well, my theory is that of all the cutscenes, there's a lot of cutscenes that explain things that happen in this movie. because there's pretty big holes.
Yeah.
But I think this guy is a serial killer that has invaded NORAD because it seems pretty easy to get into.
You know what? You might be onto something because he's immediately like sexually assaulting a woman.
This guy starts talking about tennis hand and then is suddenly groping this woman in just plain sight in front of everybody.
Not in my WarGames movie. I mean, what is this character? What are we doing?
It's just showing how bad the military can be.
I don't know that this dude's military, man. What fucking uniform is this?
They got hacked by a person that sounds like this. I am not impressed.
Meanwhile, so this kid almost ends the world, right? They are pretty sure that he is a Soviet asset, that he's working with somebody, et cetera, the Americans, right? And Dabney Coleman's like, I want to interview this kid in my office alone with an open computer terminal. And then I will then leave him there for approximately 15 to 20 minutes alone.
And the best part about this, because he's got like this huge windowed office that looks down on the floor and shit.
Beautiful.
And all the, like the dude from Ghostbusters and the Southern General and all those guys are down on the floor and they keep looking up. And he's literally like tippity tapping on this computer.
Yeah.
And they're looking up like, yeah, he's still in there.
No, it's good. He's busying himself on that computer. It's not.
Oh, look, yeah, McKittrick, he found your Minesweeper file.
Oh, yeah, we could just play Snood.
And he finds Falken's address. This is when they put him in this is when they lock him in this infirmary or whatever.
They lock him in a set from a different movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
By this Saddam Hussein motherfucker. Now, and this is a running gag in this show is, and you didn't think it was going to happen tonight, but it is. If the federal government has me dead to rights for espionage and hacking, and they leave me alone in a doctor's office, I am finding something to end my life. Yeah. That's what's going to, because I am not going to federal prison, ladies and gentlemen.
No.
I am the same size as Matthew Broderick, but heavier. So that's it.
By the way, your nipples are nowhere near as
No.
No,
if I'm Matthew Broderick, I'm definitely like looking for a syringe with air in it or something.
Well, he takes out a huge thing of syringes, and I'm like, there's your answer. There it is.
But instead he finds like a tape recorder that Dale Cooper left behind or something.
Dude, what the fuck? Deus Ex tape recorder. Jesus Christ. And this is where he turns into like Lil MacGyver.
Yes.
Because it's one thing to like be a hacker, sure. Okay, that's fine. You tell me you're a hacker, great. He's like, I take the wire out of this thing and put it in the wire. All right, away some bubble gum. I can't, like, what is any of this? He hacks a door. He hacks a door
because Saddam Hussein comes by and opens it up because he knocked to go to the bathroom and that he gets the code. And then Saddam is too interested in
sexual harassment.
Yes.
Saddam Hussein, famed pussy hound dude. Definitely.
Cannot give it up.
You can look it up. That's how we got Uday and
Ursay? Uday and Ursay.
Leave Uday out of this.
Well, he's with Joshua now.
Don't worry, dude. I think the United States government made sure Uday was out of everything. You know what I mean?
But yeah, so he gets out, and now he's going around little tunnels, a little Tiny Die Hard scenario as well.
It's Tiny Die Hard, and dude, he's definitely in the fucking air vents.
I'm Tiny Die Hard.
And because there's this tour group there, he's allowed to slip away.
Which is the only reason I think we have tour group in this movie.
Brief suspense of one dude just grabbing him and screaming, which you used to be able to do in the 80s.
Right.
We should bring that back.
Oh, yeah, just grabbing kids and yelling at them.
Like that man and his daughter that walked out and heard the boy. I should be able to grab the daughter.
That happened to me. I was walking in the Bronx.
Wait, you got grabbed or you were doing the grabbing?
I got
This is going to be good. Go ahead.
I was, grew up in the Bronx, and this guy, this old guy, is just walking up the street, grabs me by the shoulders, and just looks at me and goes, "I'm singing a song, sonny boy. I'm singing a song." And then walked on, and it stayed with me for 30 years.
Of course.
That guy must have walked into the Atlantic after that.
You're seeing that guy when you die, for sure.
Absolutely.
Did he walk away just like, "Camp down, make this song"?
He wasn't singing at all.
Oh, even worse.
He just said, "I'm singing a song, sonny boy. I'm singing a song."
I just wanted to reassure you, son.
It was terrifying. But yeah, he gets on the tour bus and he calls up Ali Sheedy. He's like, hey, could you buy me a plane ticket? If you called me and you're like, can you buy me a plane ticket? Like, absolutely not.
No. And you'd be right to say no.
Yeah.
And she's a 17-year-old girl. Where is she getting this money? Is it, I guess, the parents' credit card?
I suppose so, yeah.
You know what? It doesn't matter because the movie doesn't bother to tell you.
We also
she just shows up at the airport.
We never see David's parents either, who are like, yeah, I guess our son is in federal prison now. Like, oh no, the U.S. government lost him. It's fine. It's totally fine.
Maybe they killed themselves.
Oh, definitely, man.
Yeah. Well, they were with the butter as well. So.
Yes. They're just staying home with the butter. They've made a butter son.
Well, they were afraid.
A little more butter, please.
They didn't know what that kid was doing up in there, and the Soviet shit's going on. They didn't want to fucking end up like the Rosenbergs, man. They wanted out first.
They're probably gone. They're probably in Philadelphia by now.
Yeah, no, our kid is definitely a traitor to this country, no doubt about it. And, some signs. He's always on the computer. Whenever he has the opportunity, he plays as Russia in these games. Absolutely hates buttering up his bread slices. Real un-American shit.
No. We're not the Lightmans. No. We're raw corn sellers. We're the Fettelmans.
Oh, they go undercover with the Amish. I like this.
Yes. Get the beard and everything.
But so she winds up meeting him they're in Denver now, right? Well, or in Colorado. Is that how
they fly from Colorado to Salem, Oregon, because he needs to get to Professor Falken's classified address.
Got it.
At 5 Tall Goose Road. No, 5 Tall Cedar Road in Goose Island.
Oh yes, in Goose Island.
Goose Island,
delicious
Oregon.
beer.
Well, yes, we get this information from the Joshua, the dead son, saying, I know where father really is. He's running from me because I haunt his days.
I have such delicious sights to show him. Could you please get him here?
The fire is everywhere, father.
Wow, speaking of pierced nipples, by the way, Hellraiser, they will pierce your titties in those movies, man.
Tell my father that his mother says hello.
And that she sucks cocks in hell.
David, your father will love it down here. I have a friend named Butterball.
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. But that's how Butterball got his name. He was buttering his corn that way.
Yeah.
You're right, actually, dude, because the end of the second Hellraiser, when they all turn back into the people that they were before they died, Butterball, dude, like he just flips around and it's just a fucking dead fat guy holding the corn cob.
I just like the idea of Pinhead watching Butterball eat breakfast. Like, that is quite an unusual way to butter your bread, new Cenobite. You know what? Yeah, I'm calling this guy Butterball. That's it. That's his name. That's it, dude. You are named now.
That is the most demonic thing I have ever seen.
Oh, what are you doing now? You're putting the corn to butter the bread? How is that even? That's amazing.
We got to get this guy. Dear diary. I have been working for weeks now to get the nickname Butterball to take off, and unfortunately, none of my Cenobite companions are buying it. Not even CD Guy, beloved CD Guy. CD Guy always loves my creative nicknames.
You know, I wanted to call that other one Ursula, but we just wound up calling her Female Cenobite.
I was going to call her Cigarette Throat.
No, but just Female Cenobite. Because, she's a girl.
You could tell from the bow in her chain.
People get confused. It's better this way.
So they go to Falken. There's like this exciting-ish. I mean, this is when the movie gets really sleepy, right? Like, you know what I mean?
Oh, it's getting ready to take a nap. You're on this beautiful little like ferry riding out to the break point of the movie. There's definitely, you remember this? He's like, oh, I'm so scared about the world coming to an end. I can't even believe it. There's so many things I want to do with my. You want to make out. And he tries to like go kiss her and she does like no, it's a hug.
Yeah.
She totally turns her head like, yeah, it's all right.
Well, this is for the 2 minutes of this movie where you actually have to consider the idea that you might have started thermonuclear war.
Yes, that's true.
For only 2 minutes is Matthew Broderick like, oh, I might kill everyone.
And
My
then
parents are gonna be so mad at me.
And then it's back to fucking the search for Professor Falken and his funny dinosaur friends.
Okay.
What the fuck with the dinosaurs in this movie?
Dude, he's living on an island all alone. He's got a 100% dead fucking family. Let this guy play with dinosaur toys.
Do you think this enticed John Lennon or dissuaded him?
Yeah, I don't like the dinosaurs.
Wouldn't it be better if he found a way to bring him back to life? Like he formed some sort of Jurassic Park.
And that's why, what Universal had him killed and stole that idea.
It was an op. It was all an op.
Yes, Mark David Chapman's real name was Mark David Crichton.
Yes.
Brother to Michael Crichton.
Little known fact.
Yes.
Little known fact.
Connections abound.
So they almost got killed by this like pterodactyl puppet or some shit. What's this guy doing? Actually, Steve, I take it back. This is real loser shit.
It's insane.
terrible.
But the movie doesn't need it. The movie is we're at the precipice of war, and here's a pterodactyl glider.
Oh, are any of you children paleontologists?
Yes.
Oh, no? Have I lost my mind? Yes.
Yeah, well, that's a great point, dude, because at first you think like, oh, he's kind of just playing nice with the kids. Yeah. No, this guy's fucking crazy.
Well, yeah. Later, when this guy is trying to convince you that it's good that you're going to die in nuclear Armageddon.
Which, if you got to go, I mean, that's kind of not a bad option, right, folks? I mean, just a blink and you're gone.
I guess. See, you were doing the same thing. You'd be playing with the pterodactyl fucking glider, too.
I wouldn't mind.
I mean, but it's
the end of the world. Sorry.
It's just a weird juxtaposition of like this guy and all his dino toys and shit. And then he's got lines like, we'll be spared the horror of survival.
You don't want
Jesus Christ, dude, smoke some weed.
You don't want to survive the horror of survival. You'll have to deal with the Lord Humongous in the wasteland.
Yeah, he's just got those like inflated Godzillas, those lifelike Godzillas all over his fucking house. He's just hitting them.
Yeah, he's like, well, I'll convince you of my way of life by showing you an infotainment movie about dinosaurs.
Like, I'd be pretty worried if I was like, hey, man, this thing you invented is going to destroy the world. And he's like, cool. Let's watch this.
Yeah.
Let's all just take a breath. Watch this Ray Harryhausen movie that I have on this weird 8mm film reel, all queued up and ready to go for visitors.
Yes. Give me whatever he's been taking in the fucking medicine cabinet before this.
And he's
there's
like,
no medicine cabinet, dude. He's growing that shit out back.
Oh, well,
whatever.
yeah. He's got the tie stick as well.
And the thing is, he doesn't want, he doesn't want to live. And like Matthew Broderick challenges him, like, you're already dead, you coward. And I fucked your wife, too. That's right. I'm throwing it at everybody's face.
Oh, wait a second. I'll dig the knife in a little deeper. I fucked your dead wife. How about that?
Before or after?
After.
I bet you really want to hit me. Oh, shit, we're not in school anymore.
Wait. It's his own private island. Oh, shit.
Well, I got beat up by a guy that kind of looked like John Lennon today.
Dude, just cut with this old bastard laying the death blow down upon this kid on the beach. Oh, yeah.
Boy, that's a lot of butcher knives you have.
But the greatest line of this movie is like, well, you've missed the last ferry. I suppose you could stay. You could sleep on the floor. Good night.
We don't have blankets or pillows or anything, just on the hardwood floor.
But that's the thing. It's a really pointed comment because you look, this is a killer pad this guy's got.
Beautiful.
Looks like Doc Brown's mansion, this huge fucking house. I know there's at least like 5 plush couches, a couple of guest rooms. Because may I remind you, he's totally a widower.
But it's full of Tyrannosaurus Rexes and shit.
Oh, yeah, you can't sleep in the guest room. All my dino merch is in there.
Oh, Stegosaurus wouldn't like you sleeping on the couch. Sorry.
It's definitely a sunny view of what happens after you're excommunicated from the military. At that level.
I would love a scene of him just going up to bed. And there's like this Tyrannosaurus puppet next to him. He's like, well, the last ferry left. They had to stay. I'm not having this argument. I really am not.
Matthew Broderick like walks up the staircase like, Professor Falken, did you go to bed yet? And then Professor Falken runs out like Norman Bates dressed as a dinosaur and murders him. Fuck yeah. Now that would be a weird turn for WarGames.
No, Chompy, I can't feed you again. I can't feed them to you again. We've already done that once. That was their straggler who was trying to play with my glider. I took good care of him.
They're children like Joshua. I can't kill them. You want me to kill them anyway?
Why don't I take out the helicopter and John Landis them?
Dude, the Falcon.
Wow. Oh, wow.
No, but again,
We're playing all the hits tonight, folks.
I don't know what the big deal is, folks. Landis did that.
I know.
Yes. He is a murderer as well.
We're calling everybody out tonight.
Most of Hollyweird has killed people, folks.
Yes. But he doesn't. It's a much more kinder version of a helicopter, but one of the more cheerful versions of a helicopter I've ever seen, honestly.
Yes, it's a very, very cheerful helicopter.
Well, they like storm out of his place, and there's this like poignant scene where it's like, I never knew how to swim. Is that doing anything for anybody? Is that moving anybody? No? Okay.
Like, again, we are hours away from full nuclear annihilation.
Yeah.
Try to get it wet, kid. Come on.
Maybe
Talking about I can't fucking swim. Come on.
Falken was like, you guys can fuck on the floor if you want. And then he's like, they're not? All right, I mean, where the fuck are they?
He's talking to the dinosaur puppet like, I don't know, do you know? They don't seem to be fucking down there. I gave that kid an opening and everything.
They really are just friends. I mean, it's fine. I just didn't know. I figured they were kind of figured they were together. That's my fault.
I was going to give, this is an invention I've been making here in my off hours. It's called a condom. And I thought you might like it, Lightman, but okay, I guess not.
He's been putting it on the dinosaurs.
Oh, yes.
Protect your feet, Chompy.
But this helicopter is like weird. Do you like just get a helicopter when you retire from the military?
Well, I think it's like, the military had to pay to put him into hiding and faking his own death and yada, yada. And then I think it's like, all right, man, you're living on an island. Your option, boat or a helicopter. Well, I've always wanted to learn how to fly.
It has to be called the Falcon Copter, right? It has to be.
Oh, yeah.
Of course. To the Falcon Copter.
Jumpy, let's go to the Falcon Copter.
The Professor Falken Copter.
Precisely. Let's go.
Yes, my helicopter has a doctorate as well.
And you only see it at night, but when in the daylight, it must be painted like a dinosaur. It has to be.
There's just teeth on the propeller.
The weirdest part of this movie, and back at NORAD, shit's going wild. You know what I mean? Like, Joshua's putting up to 11. We're now at DEFCON 2, which is even worse than DEFCON 3. Remember, it goes the other way.
Yes.
So that's not the good one.
No. 2 is bad.
That's a bad one.
That's
okay.
very bad. 2 is very bad.
Okay.
I mean, two's not the worst, but it's pretty bad.
Pretty bad.
We're in hot soup if we're at 2.
Oh,
but
boy.
there is a missing scene wherein someone calls NORAD and tells them that this fucking Soviet asset is coming back to save the day, and everyone's cool with it. Because it doesn't happen in the movie.
Nope, it absolutely does not. It just cuts to they're all in a Jeep with some military officer. Like, who's that guy?
Well, I think
where did he pick him up? Where did the fucking helicopter go?
It just got a little too slow, I think, so they had to speed it up, which we're introduced with this goddamn car chase, which is kind of amazing. This dude just plowing through this fence. He's like, it's the end of the fucking world. I always wanted to crash a car.
And this is some real method stunt driving right here, because what you see in the movie is this stunt go totally wrong. And the dude crashes through the gate, and this fucking Jeep's going all the way, and it crashes into another Jeep and kind of tips, and they were like, yeah, keep it in. Yeah. It's the only exciting part in this movie, and it was a total accident. Keep it in.
I am forced to believe that the helicopter was actually advanced military tech, and the military man is actually the helicopter.
Oh.
He transformed in some way.
Like a transformer of some kind.
Something of that sort. That's all I can get. That's all I got here.
Starscream. We have to go. The Falcon Copter needs us. Transform now.
Joshua, talk to me. Oh, stop talking about the flames.
Vivian, not now. Falcon Copter's in trouble.
That was Optimus Prime, folks. That's what that is.
Sandwich Wiki. Oh, wait, he's not born yet.
No, not quite yet.
They get to NORAD, and now we're at DEFCON 1, which, again, is the worst. It's just the worst.
And a little fave detail of mine right here is so they are like hauling ass to get in here, right? The fate of the world is on the line, folks. We breaking through gates. We're crashing Jeeps. We're getting into NORAD before the gates close, right? And before they got into the command center to tell everybody like the solution that they've come up with, they stop off and make sure that they register their visitor passes because all of a sudden they magically have visitor tags. And I'm like, why were you signing in?
It'd be great.
The world is over.
It'd be great if like Matthew Broderick was like, I can fix the computer. All you have to. I'm not listening to you. I don't see a badge.
Yes.
I don't. Is there someone talking to me? I can't hear him. I don't see a red badge.
Andrew, are we barbarians? Do we not believe in protocol?
I was trying to be cool and hanging off the bottom of my shirt, but then it fell off in the scuffle.
Well, I guess the world will have to end because I don't see proper documentation, little boy.
Well, it's probably because they like the check-in desk with Saddam Hussein or something.
Yes. I imagine he's in the underground prison at this point.
Oh, absolutely. And you know, so like shit's going really, really, really bad. And like Falken is like, listen, General, I guarantee you, if you wait for this nuclear attack that is imminent, nothing is going to happen. And they call up this hillbilly that I've never, like, I don't even know who this dude is.
I think it's a trio of hillbillies.
Yes.
That's all of them.
I'm in my burlap sack uniform, General. I don't hear no missile.
It's the entire cast of Varsity Blues on the phone.
I don't want your military conundrum.
I don't see no nukes in the sky.
Well, geez, my teeth ain't falling out. I guess we ain't been bombed. That's how it is. That's that like literally you're listening to these hill folk describe not being bombed.
My God, they told us the world was ending and Billy Bob done shot himself on the football field after all.
No.
Now, all the people from Justified Season 2 are waiting for word.
Well, no, I got everyone in the holler is accounted for, so we're all good here.
We're still here, General. Oh my God, golly!
That is the crazy thing, right? Is he calls these 3 different like nuke bases or whatever, and he's like, "All right, listen up. We have no way to tell if this is real. So in 20 seconds, y'all either be dead or not. So just please stay on the line." And after 20 seconds goes by, if you're still on the line, just say present. And then like the 20 seconds passes and then it's just like, well, scoot shit, General, I'm still alive. I can't even believe it.
I still exist. Praise me.
And then there's this joyous elation. Oh my God, everything's done. But now Joshua has the missiles and he's going to do it. And, you know, Dabney Coleman goes to this general. Is like, we can't stop the system. It's just what it is. And the general's like, well, pardon me, but your system sucks.
Such a great delivery.
And then he's like, I don't need to take that from you. And I mean, like this, imagine saying this at work.
Yeah.
I don't need to take that from you, you pig-eyed sack of shit. Wow.
Well, the world's ending anyway. Tell off the boss.
That's a really good point.
Gotta go big.
We're going to go to hell tonight. I'm going to tell my boss how I feel.
I've been thinking about this, General. Your eyes do look like that of a pig's.
And your body resembles that of a sack of shit.
It's like someone got a sack of shit, took out the eyes of a pig, and put it on it.
I don't know if they're making a voice for it or not, but it's ugly.
Yeah, that's DEFCON 1 shit, dude. That's what you say at DEFCON 1.
Please.
Yep.
DEFCON 5 is like you're a jerk. DEFCON 1 is you're a pig-eyed sack of shit.
Since we're on McKittrick again, not to backtrack too much or anything, but there was a great moment in this film where he's chewing a piece of gum. And he gets it, he takes it out of his mouth, and he hands it to his assistant, this woman, who then puts it in her mouth and starts chewing it.
Yep.
Dude, that is an implied sexual relationship if I've ever seen one.
She's just my work wife, honey.
Honey, she's just my garbage mouth at work.
Hey, darling, keep this gum soft for me, will you? I gotta go save the world, baby.
I don't like wasting gum. The Trident Corporation's got enough of my money already.
Yeah, if you don't keep continuously chewing it, it goes bad.
Great gobs of goose shit, boy. This gum has lost its flavor.
And yes, we have not yet been nuked.
And by the so Dr. Falken walks in and is just like
Professor Falken.
Professor
please.
Falken.
Thank you.
Like, no, it's all fake. Stop it. You're stupid. It's fake. Stop
This guy, speaking of pigs, dude, this guy's a pig and shit. He's got the biggest, like, I told you so smirk on his face. This whole time, he walks in just like, oh, hello there, General. Miss me?
I was like, oh, Mr. McKittrick, your wife's still choosing your tie. And I'm like, we are seconds away from being cinders, asshole.
But no, they're just phantoms. And then the general's like, they're ghosts. There's a ghost army about
My
to
God, we're fighting a ghost army now. Oh, Lord, we're finished.
Rasputin's magic worked. It's done magic. Oh, my golly.
Protocol Slimer initiated.
Only man who can save us now is the Holy Ghost.
Gotta fight ghosts with ghosts.
Oh, no, it's the Scolari brothers. I fried them for murder.
Well, it's clear what we have to do now. We have to get a hacker priest in here.
Yes. Hacker priest. Hacker priest.
Oh, I see.
Hacker priest. No. Are you into it? I don't know.
Oh, I see you have a problem here. You have a demonic whopper. I am here to stop it.
This floppy disk has enough holy water on it to clean your system.
The 56K kilobaud per second power of Christ compels you. Modem jokes.
Crucifix.exe.
Shit. Yeah, get Clint Howard in there, dude.
Oh, right. Evil Speak.
Yeah.
Great film, Evil Speak.
Haunted computer versus haunted computer.
And there's also pigs in that.
Definitely pigs in that movie.
Yeah.
Totally.
Joshua, talk to me now, please. Stop talking about how Gallagher is torturing you.
Oh, no. You know what? We got a clock that gives you how long we've been on stage. I've been waiting for the Gallagher appearance. It's been an hour and 24 minutes, folks.
Right.
So, I mean,
I can do what St. Peter does, Mark.
It's a sad day in America.
The Reaper comes for us all. And listen, I'll tell you right, I had this exact thought, okay?
Oh?
Live your life so that when you die, everybody reacts the way we reacted when Kevin Conroy passed away and not when fucking Gallagher died.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah. Okay? One is a tragedy and one I'll just forget about in a week.
Look, I'm just going to say, it's a little much to be throwing at the original king of produce comedy. All right? The guy was an innovator with that hammer.
Do you think, okay, here's the thing. You know, we're a fan of funny tombstones.
Sure.
Right? Jack Lemmon still to this day has the absolute best one. Jack Lemmon's real life tombstone just says Jack Lemmon in. Right?
Yeah,
that's fucking
it's
great.
A good one.
So good.
Gallagher Memorial. It's just a watermelon with no name on it. Everybody knows. Everybody knows who's there.
A concrete watermelon. Yeah,
Do
that
you
would be
think
beautiful.
in hell, like as the ironic punishment, there's some fucking demon just cracking that dude's skull with a sledgehammer, like over and over again?
And it's a demon that's shaped like a watermelon.
Yes, yeah, yes.
So you like to smash watermelons, do you?
Curse splat.
No, the torture is he just has to watch all of his 31 HBO specials.
Oh, Jesus.
On repeat.
I can't believe we're besmirching a pioneer of comedy up here. He might have buttered corn, too.
Yeah, he probably did.
He was a produce guy.
He probably smashed some corn in his day.
Yeah.
Oh, that's way too much butter on that bread, though. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
So whatever.
You son of a bitch.
Look at why that guy's buttering that bread, that son of a bitch.
The world is ending, and the general is like, you know what? Let's stop talking about Gallagher, is what he said. No, the general is like, you know what?
Sure.
Let's get like our birds in the air. I guess it's kind of like this thing of like, well, we're in it now. We might as well nuke the fuck out of the Soviet Union.
Sure.
Look, I already turned the countdown on. What do you want me to do? Turn it off?
All right, because now like Joshua is trying to get all the codes and all that shit. Yeah.
Well, and fucking Professor Falken very clearly knows what to do.
Yep.
He's so like he's smirking. Every time the fucking camera cuts to him, he's like he knows it's tic-tac-toe, but he allows fucking because this is a teaching moment as the world is ending.
The Socratic method to the fucking end.
Well, yes, of course. If I could I could teach a man to fish. You know what I mean? I could give them the fish now and end nuclear annihilation. But if they learn how to do it themselves, they'll never ask me again.
It's not just for Matthew Broderick. It's also for Ali Sheedy.
They are my students. Yeah, and like he's like, come on, Broderick, put it together. He's like, tic-tac-toe, remember that?
Oh, the unwinnable game.
Because he has this conversation with Ali Sheedy on his dinosaur island and is like,
Yeah, they go to fucking Island Nublar. Absolutely.
when did you stop playing tic-tac-toe? And Ali Sheedy's like, well, I remember exactly when that was. I'm like, no, you don't.
It was a fall afternoon in 1980.
Back at the house, they're just wandering around. They find this huge manuscript. Dinosaur Land. That's mine. Don't touch it. Very valuable.
You know, one day, a young boy named Clifford would love to go there.
But so like, yeah, so they're like, hey, let's open up the games protocol. This is the famous tic-tac-toe sequence. And I mean, I will say the end of this movie is really fucking cool. You know what I mean? Like, all credit to the end of the movie.
Here's the thing now, but imagine this alternate universe, because I agree with you, but okay, imagine this scene's playing out and you've got some like banger, super synthy, bassy John Carpenter, like really tension building shit, instead of like a fucking Labor Day parade or some shit. The world might end.
You don't want the end of the world to go with Yankee Doodle Dandy.
I do not. I need the fucking vibes to be a little more on the level,
a little bit more somber. I understand that.
Yeah, so like, don't fuck with me. It's no time for patriotism, man. The world is ending.
It goes through all of the tic-tac-toe iterations. Then it goes into the global thermonuclear war iterations. And it starts to try all of these different variations.
Yes,
you got some there, dudes?
These are such fun things. I wish the names alone are so fun. I wish all this happened.
Now, keep in mind, as he's reading this list, these are conflicts that would end the world, theoretically.
U.S. first strike, that sounds right.
That sounds right.
That's probably the one that's going to be the real nail in the coffin.
The Hong Kong variant, Cuban provocation, Atlantic heavy, which is I've known around Atlantic City.
I'm singing a song, Atlantic Heavy.
Dude, oh, here it comes. Iceland maximum, Arabia theater worldwide, U.S. subversion, the Australian maneuver.
Oh, I think I did that one time. Pulled a hamstring, but it was worth it.
Sudan Surprise, which is a lovely musical you should see sometime.
They actually had to stop putting it up, dude, because it's a really racist musical.
Mexican Takeover. And one of my favorites, I mean, this is going on, not going for all of them. Chad Alert. Because he's coming to steal your girl, ladies and gentlemen. He is coming to steal your girl.
They left out the best one, the Moldovan sneak.
Yes.
I assume the Chad thing is he nukes the Virgin Islands.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Pakistan sovereignty. What the fuck is that? I'm sorry. Yeah, I can go on and on, folks. What we think we're good here or what?
Well, did you get to the butter maneuver yet?
I did not get to the butter maneuver.
Okay.
But the tiny tit offensive, is that one on there?
Polish decoy, that's right there.
Oh, we got our own Polish decoy.
That's right.
Oh my God, they pulled the Polish decoy on me.
Couldn't sit down for a week.
It's the hardest one to do. So finally, of course, it all like buzzes out. Everything goes black. And it comes up, and of course, Joshua's still stuck in Hell Computer. Speaks to his father once more and says, I guess there's no point in doing thermonuclear war. We should just go back to the war where we just slaughter 22-year-olds by the millions. Good old-fashioned war, not the new stuff. No, thank you. Let's stick with this.
Yeah, I hated war's new stuff. Let's just stick with the classics.
How about a nice game of Gulf War 1 and 2?
Play the hits!
How about a friendly round of endless Middle East theater?
No, it's how about a nice game of chess? And that's an iconic line, folks.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, smartly, John Badham gets really quick out of there as soon as this is done.
But Dabney Coleman, who has had his fucking pedal to the metal to end the world, he needs to get punched in the face, or like a
Yeah.
cake needs to fall on him, or something, or like somebody's like, put that man in chains or something, right?
Yeah. Or actually, so maybe like one rocket goes off.
Yeah.
And he's like strapped to it.
Not
But
bad.
it's not armed. They just like launch it out into the ocean. You know what I mean?
He gets to muss Matthew Broderick's hair like, you little rascal. I'm like, you hated each other. What the fuck is this?
And also, Matthew Broderick and Ali Sheedy, they're dead.
Yes.
They're being killed. This is going to be covered up.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for helping us save the world. But as you know, no one can find out how close we came to total annihilation.
The U.S. government does it all the time.
Every day.
Oh, dude, the return of Michael Madsen in this movie. He's just got a silencer pistol.
Fuck yes.
A++.
Yes. That's right, dude, because you set up that Michael Madsen's got a gun at the beginning of this movie.
Yeah.
That weird gravelly voice motherfucker better be firing it at the end.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's got like little booties on his feet, like Mark Wahlberg in The Departed.
All right, do it. Just do it.
Fuck.
He kills his butter-eating dad, too, just for...
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's definitely happening. I
I'm
mean,
going to get to you before the fucking Land O'Lakes does.
He takes a tub of it as he walks out. Oh, it's pretty good. Oh, yeah, I'll take some of this home.
Yeah. Dude, and at the end of the movie, it's just like Matthew Broderick's bedroom window, and you look out and see Seattle, and his like little computer monitors right there, and then like a little rat just crawls across.
Oh, yeah.
no,
I like that.
we're not making pruno in this jail. We're making butter in the bathtub
Oh, bathtub butter, dude. Now we're talking.
just to sustain them.
The quickest way to food poisoning, bathtub butter.
You just got to pick the hairs out of your teeth when you're done.
Delicious, folks.
Yeah, but you're right, Steve. Like a fucking farter in an elevator, John Badham gets right out of this movie. The credits come up before anyone can catch wind. Directed by John Badham. Everybody put your coats on. Even though the camera's still in NORAD, they're still like woohooing and fucking hair mussing like Fallon on Trump shit, you know?
Not
But
great.
if the credits just start rolling, they're like, you know, we know you want to leave. All right, you don't have to stay for this shit. They're not going to do nothing.
No, none of these people are going to jail or being killed. Sorry. Sad to say. Not even James Tolkan.
And that's WarGames, ladies and gentlemen. That's from WarGames.
That was a war game.
So unfortunately, we got to start wrapping it up. But we want to thank you all for coming out tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It has been a hot time in your fair town. I'll tell you that much. Big thank to Comedy Works for having us. By the way, tip generously, folks, when you're paying for all them mozzarella sticks and whatever you've been eating.
The
Tip
duck
generously. That's right. These are hard times. And speaking of hard times, people who are always falling on hard times, the people who write the user reviews on the IMDb user review section. Some of the most dangerous loners you'll ever encounter online. You know, absent of like fucking 4chan and shit.
People who cut the fucking tether from reality long ago.
So here we go. We got a couple to end the evening for you here. 10 out of 10 stars. The film that started it all for many of us.
What?
That's
What?
right.
Is this Elon
What, the
Musk?
boy nipples? Is that how that started?
Yes. Actually,
That's how it starts, dude.
when I first saw this film, I had little boy nipples.
Written by Rip Tick.
Rip what?
Rip Tick.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, and I was wishing that it was Rip Tick.
Should I know this name?
What?
Should I know that name? Or
No.
Okay.
No.
That's just the username.
Written.
It's just this deranged loner that wrote this. All right, 14
Written
January
by-
2003.
Not Peter Thiel. Interesting.
For many people in the hacking community, WarGames. Yeah, the hacking community, folks. For many people in the hacking community, WarGames was the film that gave us the first insight into the magic of hacking.
Can I just let this gentleman and anyone else in the audience know using Kazaa does not make you a fucking hacker?
No.
So that time you spent 2 weeks downloading a bootleg of the Two Towers, that wasn't hacking.
That was not. That was wasting my life.
Was that Lord of the Rings or Loose Change?
No. It was, oh, wow. Congratulations, sir, for knowing that it took me 2 weeks to download the movie Dreamcatcher.
Oh, shit. Okay, can I just point out that some total stranger remembered our personal history better than I did?
Yeah, it shows what a fucking friend you are. This guy's my new buddy.
He didn't even fucking remember I was downloading fucking Dreamcatcher. I spent weeks using that bandwidth to show him I done it, and he don't even remember.
You could host the show, dude. He's slipping.
He doesn't know that it's Donnie Wahlberg's best work.
No, that's soft form.
Oh, yeah, fair.
Yes.
This film is so important that it gave the technique war dialing its name.
Excuse me?
Oh, you guys big war dialers out there back in the 80s?
Interesting.
You fucking up them phone lines out there? Yeah.
Can you just like add that to anything now? I'm war eating.
I've been war eating my whole life.
We're not talking about the butter scene again.
We can't go back. Only forward.
Let's see here. WarGames has a perfect script, stunning special effects. Which, I mean, what the fucking screenplay? NORAD? What special effects?
The Oscars agreed with that person, by the way. It was fucking nominated for best screenplay.
Yes.
Obscene.
Show some respect, Chris.
Absolutely under no circumstances.
It's the Academy, Chris.
No. Okay. Also, best cinematography. Eat me.
Okay. I think
wait. Shut up for a second.
I know. I think we need a.
Because there's another one that's even fucking dumber.
A lot of you guys are like hunters and stuff. Anyone got a trank gun for this guy?
All right. Look, all right. He thinks the script is perfect.
Okay.
He thinks the special effects are stunning.
Sure.
But he also thinks the soundtrack is great. To which I ask, what soundtrack? Did you mean the Sousa score?
Are there songs
There's no pop tunes in the movie, man.
I don't remember any.
This is what I'm telling you, folks. Deranged loners writing on the internet.
Maybe he liked the theme to the news program that the parents were watching.
Oh, yeah.
Or Galaga noises. That's fun.
Oh.
Noises from the video game Galaga, not Gallagher.
Oh.
Gallagher noises are like, ow, I'm in hell.
Will you quit poking me? Let's see. Grand soundtrack, yada, yada.
Oh, wait.
It will go down in history as a cinematic gem. Now, I like
how this guy's ending it like it's the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
But here's the thing. This movie came out in 1983.
Yeah.
This motherfucker is writing the review 2 decades later and saying at some point in the future it's going down in history. I guess we just haven't caught up to it yet.
Well, after the nuclear strikes and we're developing out of the wasteland,
sure.
the film.
We've got like freak brains and whatnot.
Yeah,
You're like, yeah, this is great cinema.
I kind of liked it.
Oh no, check my letterbox. 3 stars. Okay. Final line: miss it at your peril.
Whoa!
All right, Jigsaw. Whatever you say, dude.
It's Francis Dollarhide. Matthew Broderick hacking into NORAD. Do you see?
Hello, David. Coming into my cell with your bad t-shirt, your cheap tennis shoes.
Well, yes, I'm close friends with Joshua.
All right, we got one more for you this evening. Badly dated and totally unbelievable. Written by Preppy3.
Ooh.
Zach Morris.
Yeah. Big man.
October the 10th, 2003 also. It was a big year for watching this movie, I guess.
2 lunatics just watching it at 2:00 in the morning on TNT.
Well, it makes total sense. It's when we started the fucking Iraq War.
We started bombing Baghdad. You got to start looking up. Was it on the list?
Oh, wow, we're bombing Baghdad. I remember in WarGames, that guy looks like Saddam Hussein. Better put on WarGames.
Oh, don't you remember in WarGames that the Baghdad surprise was one of the ones on the list?
The Saddam Hussein Memorial screening of WarGames.
They played it at the Palace, dude.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Right in front of the collapsed statue.
3 out of 10 stars.
It's pretty poor.
Yeah.
It's pretty
It's still like a failing grade, Steve, you know?
Yeah, it's pretty poor.
Oh, I'm going to hack that IMDb and change it to an A.
Someone hacked the WarGames user reviews and all the 1 stars went to 10.
And then all the FBI shows up and manhandles me.
Okay, here we go from Preppy 3. A computer geek teenager breaks into a secure government database and almost starts World War III.
Are the secures in italics? Or is that just you editorializing?
What? No, quotes.
Oh, quotes.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, no, he says secure.
Oh, okay.
Matthew Broderick is so young in this movie.
Whoa. He's got little boy nipples.
Eric wrote this review.
I forgot.
Here's the thing. Oh, go ahead.
No, I just forgot. I gave it a low grade by mistake. Go ahead.
I just imagine that guy that we saw on the street the other day. Like he puts his daughter down to bed. And he's just like, well, Mary Beth, I think we have to talk to Emily tomorrow about what she heard today. What'd she hear? This guy, this hulking blonde man, was screaming about little boy nipples.
But he might have just been a Polish decoy. Something bigger might be happening.
All right, honey, we're gonna watch some early Zac Efron movies, and I'm gonna explain to you about little boy nipples.
People love little boy nipples, first of all.
For sure.
Before the cops are called. Oh yeah, so Matthew Broderick is so young in this movie. It's almost incredible to see him. It is almost incredible to see him in this movie.
Okay.
Almost.
It's not incredible to see him in this movie, but it is almost incredible.
I'd agree with that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, his acting isn't that good. He seems ill at ease most of the time. However, Ali Sheedy, as his girlfriend, is fun, appealing.
Oh, yeah. She's so appealing in this movie.
Wait.
Did you see the scene where she was jogging?
Wait a second. See what you can do with this, though, dude. Because, yes, she's fun. Yes, she's appealing. But also, she's full of life.
Oh, my God. There's so much life in her. Good morning, sunshine. I love you.
I'm 49 years old.
Too bad the movie is such a mess. This movie was made when nuclear war was a real threat and the Soviets were considered totally evil.
Yeah, we saw
Gonna
that.
swing you right round, baby, right round like a record player, round,
But you know
round,
what?
round.
To be fair, the Soviet Union really comes out okay in this movie.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're
yeah,
like,
heroes of the film.
what the fuck is going on over there? Why are you at DEFCON 1? We're relaxing over here. Chill the fuck out, dude.
Our leaders keep dying. Could you please stop calling us about fake attacks?
All right, first of all, I'm going to go through it. 1, Rasputin is not back. I promise you that. Rasputin is totally dead. 2, we definitely do not have invisible missile. I guarantee no invisible missile.
I mean, Lugash give kingdom for invisible missile, if I'm being quite honest.
Blue sky missile, complete conspiracy theory.
There's not enough paint in Soviet Union to paint over every missile sky blue.
Yeah, they're
Blood red, on the other hand, yes, we can do that.
They got blood red and gray.
Blah, blah, blah. It touched a nerve back then. Today it comes across as a period piece.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God, it comes across.
No. I'm just going to say no.
All right, how about this?
Oh, the Russians come in. They're kind of okay in this. Oh.
Also, the computer graphics are laughably dated. And I loved the dial telephones.
Cool.
I find something wrong in any movie where a kid almost starting a world war is seen as being cute and clever for doing it. In real life, this kid would still be in jail. That's one of those, like, the worst person you know makes a good point things.
Yeah. Yes.
This was a huge hit with kids. It's easy to see why. All the adults come across as total idiots. Broderick and Sheedy are always more intelligent than they are. A particularly bad character is General Jack Barringer, played by Barry Corbin. He's always swearing and saying stupid things, which are guaranteed to get huge laughs from kids. And he's fat, too.
The fuck is what the fuck?
I'm telling you, it's deranged.
It's been 20 years. I'm going to call somebody fat on the internet.
Take that, old man, you fat fuck.
You look like shit in No Country for Old Men, too.
I mean, he kind of looks like a pig-eyed sack of shit.
That's going to be on his tombstone.
Here lies a pig-eyed sack of shit. Okay. I'm giving this a 3-star review only for Ali Sheedy.
Oh my god!
And this is how we cover our creeptacular line.
She's my angel.
And some nice direction by John Badham.
Uh-huh.
Otherwise, it's a dated, silly, and stupid little movie. But Ali Sheedy,
Jesus Christ, man.
Oh my god, Ali Sheedy. Oh my. Wait, rewind that part. Oh god.
Stop spying on your daughter's slumber parties, you maniac. Go home somewhere else.
Yikes.
but Ali Sheedy, yeah, 3 stars.
Oh,
We've been We Hate Movies from New York City, Denver.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for coming out. You've all been awesome. We will see you next time. Bye-bye.